Madam Speaker, I'm so accustomed to coming here and making repeated assertions regarding my friends on the Republican side. But today, we are really about the business of undertaking added emphasis on regulation and doing nothing about jobs. Let me refer to an article that occurred in the New York Times on October 4th, written by Bruce Bartlett, an editorial opinion. Mr. Bartlett held senior policy roles in the Reagan and the George H.W. Bush administration and served on the staff of the distinguished former member of this House of Representatives, the departed Jack Kemp, and on the staff of Ron Paul. He says Republicans have a problem. People are increasingly concerned about unemployment, but Republicans have nothing to offer them. And I hope my friends on the other side don't jump up and start talking about their 15 forgotten bills. They're not only forgotten, they're forgettable. And they're forgettable for the reason that they don't create jobs. But here we are today dealing with 3 suspensions and 1 other measure, and we've been out almost as much as we've been in session, and we still aren't addressing the subject of jobs. Continuing with Mr. Bartlett, he says the GOP opposes additional government spending for jobs programs and, in fact, favors big cuts in spending that would be likely to lead to further layoffs at all levels of government. He goes on, but the specific takeaway that impressed me in his article that I wish to share is, in my opinion, regulatory uncertainty is a canard invented by Republicans that allows them to use current economic problems to pursue an agenda supported by the business community year in and year out. In other words, it is a simple case of political opportunism, not a serious effort to deal with high unemployment. And I want to address the subject of regulation because it seems that I keep hearing this thing that the business community needs certainty. Well, the American people need certainty as well. Certainty about their health and certainty about employment and certainty about housing. And toward that end, I don't just distinguish one little category. It's a whole here in this country. And in the period when we did not have regulation, my recollection of the no regulation period led us to what we see and have experienced in Wall Street when there is no regulation. What do we think caused this great downturn in the economy? Was it because students weren't going to school? Was it because people weren't going to work? Was it because we had coal ash, gas, or did it occur because we didn't have regulation that we should have had that would have manifested itself? Madam Speaker, I believe I may be the only speaker, and toward that end, rather than continue, I will reserve my time at this time and have my colleague on the other side know that I'll be prepared to close when he's finished.